Good morning. We have a learning. Before I start, I want to pose two questions. Yeah, I'll greet you. Who are you today, yes? And what do you have in your hands? Because I've heard you complaining. But let me greet the visionary, Seiko, Fatima, and all champions. Because I don't want to call you pastors, I want to call you champions. Because a champion never quit. A champion wants to win. And today, before I start, I want to start with Winston Churchill, who called for Uber to take him to where he wants to deliver a service. When he went there and he stopped, he asked the Uber guy to wait for him for 10 minutes. But the Uber guy said, no, I can't wait. I must listen to Winston Churchill. He said, but I'll give you £10 just for the wait. And then the Uber driver said, oh, go to hell with Winston Churchill. And this is what happened today in our life. Comrades are selling each other out. Church leaders are selling their congregations. Families are selling their souls. And really, when I listen to all of you here today, I realized, and I was asking me this question, why are churches and church leaders in the congregation so poor? Because a child of God is never poor. Because in him, and the person that lives in him is God. It's election time. And I know some of our leaders, they don't like this, to be associated with anybody, because they are afraid to lose their job. But it's the very same church leaders and congregation that vote for parties. When there's problems, in the past they said the churches lead the struggle. But today churches are being misused only when they are needed. And I heard here, I can say the program director was, when he was talking, was saying, Askis, never apologize. Never apologize, because you call a spade a spade. Don't be afraid. People are not things, because things have a price and people are priceless. Change is a process, not an event. If it doesn't change you, it doesn't change you. Change is not pleasant, but change is constant. Only when we change and grow, we see a world we never know. So if you want change, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. And some of us, we don't want to come out of our comfort zone. Don't break a bird's wings and tell it to fly. Don't break a heart and then tell it to laugh. Don't break a soul and then tell it to be happy. Don't see the worst in a person and expect them to see the best in you. Don't judge people and expect them to stand by your side. Don't play with fire and expect to stay perfectly safe. Life is about giving and taking. You cannot expect to give bad and receive good. You cannot expect to give hate and receive love. So if you are willing to see the positive change in your life, you must be willing to be that change. You know, by remaining patient, you set yourself up to abuse. Whether it's personal, emotional, or political. Load shedding, failed service delivery, ignoring your people and the voice of the church. Putting our patience to the test, we need to become impatient, because patience will see us perish. For too long the church are silent. You know, as I'm standing here, I'm a dead man. I'm declared dead by Home Affairs. Me and my father, we've got the same names. When they give up his death, they declared me dead. So, wherever I go with the Home Affairs letter. My father, I'm a royal family of the Koch family. My name is William, my father is William, his eldest brother is Cornelius, and this elder brother is Cornelius. All my family, when they died, for my eldest brother until himself, they could see. You don't have to tell your name. We can tell who are you, from where are you. It's all in our lineage of my family. I was born again since 12 years and 52 years old. It's not that smoke and drink is a sin, but we never in our family have anybody smoking and drinking. My driver, there, Apostle Alexander, I deploy only because it started with me. If I said I'm representing the church and the Lord, I started myself. So my driver is Apostle. There is Apostle, you can stand up. He's also a dead man walking. Yeah, he was for 8 hours in the mortuary, 12 weeks in a coma. He's a healing pastor or apostle, praying for people that's, any sickness, is very powerful in that. My VIP here is Pastor Kemba Malan. He's a sensei in karate, but he's also a pastor. So my PA is a pastor. So all the people in my office are church people. I'm not a talker. I do what I want, and I'm delivering what I said I'm doing. So I want the church to feel it's time. I've listened to all of you, especially the last speaker. Look, don't feel ashamed. I saw my colleague there, Pastor Swarboy from Namakwaland, is also here. He's working there in the mayor's office. We mustn't be afraid to stand here and support the church. As politicians, my office in the district municipality is for the church there. My chambers is for the church there. Because if you don't have God to lead you, we're downwards, we're heading to disaster. So my plea is this: if I'm looking around here in the church, or in this gathering at the National Pastors Indaba, look around us. If you go now, look at the other Indabas and conferences. They are mixed. And most of our people, and I'm going to say it like this, that's who I am. Most of our black people, they are there among the big white corners. But look here, where are these people? I posed the 2 questions to you: who are you and what do you have in your hands? It's you that put us in power. It's you. It's you. But churches are begging for a piece of land for the church. For how long will you be beggars? For how long? That is what we must stand for. For the first time in our region, we established the moral regeneration movement, and normally it was a dominant thing where you have, for example, the ruling party running the position of chairperson. When I became speaker, I moved from mayor to speaker, because when you're dealing with communities, that belongs to the speaker. Currently now, I'm a very small party, only 1 seat.
Yeah.
1 seat, like you, David. But I'm the kingmaker in my district.
Yeah.
11 ANC councillors, 11 opposition, and the 12th person. So, for me, it's not about what they said, it's not about the numbers. When you pray, that's why I said, there cannot be a government this side and the church this side. They must be together. Because who elected us? That's why in my council chambers, I open my council with different pastors and prayers. That's my motto. There will be no more when you come together, let us have a moment of silence. Why you want to silence? Because people nowadays, they don't want to think. When the pastor is starting to pray, they want him to be silent. And that is not what I want. I came here, because I don't know what to say. But I hope my small contribution, what I'm saying to you, will help you. Remember, there's a few people, 3 people in the Bible that inspired me. One is Job. When everything happened around him, even his wife was asking, but do you still believe in this God? He said, they can take everything around me, but my soul belongs to Jesus. So I want you to get that spirit of joy. Then the other one is Rahab. She said, but you come here and talk a lot of things here. Huh? Jesus said, you come here. I'm sitting here so long. But who of you here offered me some water or oil to wash my feet? But now you come and tell me about this lady. Huh? She gave me water with the tears. And she used her hair to dry my feet. That's why I'm saying to you, the last one is Noah. For 120 years he was preaching, and nobody gave his life to Jesus. Even when the rain started and the flood, they were looking at this guy. Yeah, is this guy mad? Is he mad? Dr. Masefu, as a visionary, they will laugh at you. This guy is mad. He's got the power and money. But I've listened to the speakers here. One of the speakers was saying, if you don't have God's favor, you are nothing. One of the speakers was also what we term as the blind guy. And all I'm saying to you today here, in this gathering, in Afrikaans, they said, moenie laat iemand die breke, die handbrake van jou lewe optrek. Don't let somebody pull the handbrake of your life up. Because that's what happened in our life. We have been controlled and we have been misused. But as a church, I want you to stand up as a church. Someone was saying, yeah, Dr. Masapi, you are too late. I have been invited by all these big churches. Recently in Uppington, I was invited by the CRC church. Pakumsa, and now you. Something is happening here outside. People are thinking political parties will contest the election outside. Something has happened outside. The church are preparing himself for the election. Not merely by going to the election as a party, but to align himself who they must vote for. And I think you must use that power. Because for too long the church, I cannot be silent. If they want to remove me, if want to break the coalition or whatever they want to, they can do it. But nobody is going to silence me when it comes to the word of God. Because it's him that gets me where I am today. You know, my story is another story. I used to go out with my wife 4 years. We couldn't conceive children. I used to travel abroad many times. India, Kenya. I represent Africa, the indigenous peoples of Africa. I'm the lead negotiator of all ABS things in South Africa where you drink rooibos, buchus, gelitium. So I'm the deputy chairperson also of the trust nationally. But I never drink water for over 40 years. When I came back, I stayed in Uppington. You know what? Uppington is like hell, the entrance of hell. I stay in a place called Koisan Valley. I established Koisan Valley, where over 20,000 people stay. I first established Hash Valley, and then Koisan Valley. But what happened when I came back, I went to Cape Town. But along the road, I had to do several stops, because I had to urinate every time. What's happening? I came to my friend and he said, yeah, let me test you for sugar. He tested me. The machine showed H, not even a thing. Hey, they rushed me to the day hospital. Then the doctors called all the colleagues together and said, hey, look at this guy. H, it's a coma patient here. Then they give me a bottle of a liter of water. You know, it was like a death sentence because I never drink water. I only drink Sparletta, 6, 7, 2 liters a day. That time, for the first time, I drink water. And then I lost my sight. I became blind. I phoned my wife to come and collect me in Cape Town. They took me home and I asked God, if I regain my sight again, I'll serve you. I regained my sight. I've got 5 children. My wife is 14 years younger than myself.
Amen.
I never used any diabetic pills or anything. I just used this thing which you call cayenne pepper. It's $2.50 in the shop. Here I am today. That's my life story. In that time, when I became also kingmaker in Namakwa, I was played in politics by my own speaker. I lost everything. I was a manager in the office. They fired me. I went to the CCNA or the arbitration. I won after 2 years my arbitration with 1.7 million. Then I went to the High Court because they said I know the party leader. I won my case also after 2 years. And then I want to change my coalition. And the ANC said, please don't. Then they pay me the other 1 year. But for those 2 years, I had to pray exactly 7 o'clock in the evening, nothing, because I lost everything, my cars, everything. But God gave me much more back again. That's why I'm saying to you, never lose faith. Because in politics, it hurts us every time. I'm standing here not to, you know, I want to use myself as an example. That's why I use this testimonies of myself. And Dr. Fatima, I know you've tried your best. But I think we can try harder. Because we're sitting here as the church in a place there's no aircon or ventilation, because it can't be that the church must receive such treatment. So, you know, sometimes if you see this, you foresee this. At least some of us in the church, we said, nee, maar at least ons kom met mekaar, man. Moenie worry nie, God sal voorsien. No. Let us stop that thing of God must provide. No, 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 no. We are the children of God. We must get the best.
Oh, yes.
If we don't get the best as the children of God, then we are not children of God. Because children of God are not poor. So these are the things that we are looking at, but at least you've tried. But I'm not talking about myself, but I'm worrying about these elderly people. Some of them, they are diabetics and things like that, and we're sitting here, and we must have debate also. It's a long story. That's why I'm saying, we're sitting here with the mayor. At least when the mayor was here, we should have said, listen, tomorrow is another day. Yeah, it's another day. Let us sit today, but let's rearrange it maybe for another venue. Because really, and one of the leaders was also here, was making a statement. I think the last leader was saying, look, we are here. If you are here, we must be one, you must be one as church leaders. I know you said you're only here to arrange the things. You know you're only here to arrange the things. But let us say we are here to build a new beginning. If we don't build a new beginning, we are gone. I want to finish with this thing. To live a creative life, we must lose our fear of being wrong. There's no right and wrong in life. Because the choices that you make, that choice will haunt you forever. So remember, you've got the power in your hands. Why I'm saying this? One cross